Well, two wild turtles were recently discovered chained together in a bold case of animal abuse. Pelican Harbor Seabird Station immediately went to work trying to save those turtles.
I'm also a board member for PHSS, and this morning I'm bringing you an exclusive story and showing you how this is not even the first time something like this has happened.
It's appalling, of course. You know, it's shocking. It's kind of jarring to you to see this in person and to think that there's people even capable of doing this to living creatures.
Two freshwater turtles chained together.
The two turtles that were rescued each had one hole in each of them, one on the left side, one on the right side, so that they can be linked together.
Illegible permanent markers scribbled on their plastron, left for dead in saltwater at Oleta State Park, saved by a local kayaker.
And we suspect this is some sort of religious ritual, which obviously, you know, is animal abuse in this case.
Both turtles are of the cooter variety and normally can live for decades. But after being discovered on March 16th, Pelican Harbor Seabird Station had two very sick reptiles in their hands.
So one was in better shape than the other when they first came in. They both received subcutaneous fluids, again, to try to hydrate them, and were placed in an oxygen chamber.
Both had problems breathing and floating due to the saltwater effects. Rehabilitation experts think they may have been suffering in this condition for weeks. And it's also happened before. Local 10 was there in 2019 when two other freshwater turtles were also chained together. 4Ocean found that pair. Later that same year, PHSS found another reptile duo also chained together in almost exactly the same way. But these two were wrapped in ribbon with two red cloth dolls.
We've discovered that this might be a symbol of love in some religious ceremonies, linking two people together, but this is ultimately animal cruelty.
As for the most recent case of cruelty, the Florida red-bellied cooter suffered too many injuries and would not survive. But the peninsula cooter slowly made a full recovery.
We made sure that he was able to hunt live food on its own, so that when he's released now to the wild, he's able to survive and fend for himself.
And we were there for his official release back into the wild.
Even though the turtles were not found here, this lake was picked specifically here in Miami-Dade County because it's fresh water and so that little survivor could interact with the natural wildlife.
And interact he did. It seems like that little cooter has a chance to live a long life. Now, thanks to those who saved him.
This is what you do it for.
That's the reason we're here.
Love that. Florida Fish and Wildlife is investigating, as you would imagine, but with minimal evidence, these cases often run cold. To find out more about Pelican Harbor Seabird Station and the work they're doing to save animals here in South Florida, I went ahead and linked their website to ours on local10.com. Give that a browse. You can always volunteer, donate your time or money. So one of the great organizations doing saving animals here in South Florida, Julie.